Thank you for watching Jam TV. Haven't been on for a couple of days, but I do hope everyone is fine because I get so busy sometimes doing other things that I can't get to do what I have to do. Where's my hair? I can't find it because on the camera it's going one way and on the other camera it's going the other way. But anyway, I just want to touch base with everyone to see what's going on. I see that they are still talking about the Kevin O. Smith, that they did the autopsy and it was the death was from the accident. You know, nobody would think otherwise, but his followers may think that he is risen somewhere, he's not dead somewhere, and so everybody still keep talking about him, although he is dead. They can't fathom, because some people cannot help themselves for what they are doing or what they're saying. In other words, they think that this man is still alive somewhere and maybe running around somewhere, I don't know. But he is dead and he is gone and should be forgotten, and church burned down, and I don't know what happening to his properties and all his BMWs that he have. And I think somebody said this morning that he keeps invite some people out somewhere. They have to pay $100,000 to go to some function that he have, and he was giving them mackerel and rundown and dumpling while he was eating some other thing in there. But I want to say, if you are stupid enough to let someone do this to you, then you're really stupid. Because you must know what you want to do. Because to come up with $100,000, it's not an easy chunk of change. Because some people can't even find $10,000 to pay their light bill or their water bill. Some people light and water all cut off, and they're calling people in foreign country and bothering them to send them money. So they have to sell their little goat and the cow and the other things that they have to come up with this $100,000 to give it to this trickster who's taking their money. And so if you want to be an idiot and you want to do that, you can do it. I'm not saying that I used to be, but I was one of those, not that stupid, but I was with one of those people that whenever time church says give, 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 I used to come up and I used to go, give, give, give. And when I see our bishop, what he did, I'm a realtor, I'm in the church, and other people is realtor in the church. And every time he wants to buy a house, he go to a outsider to buy who's not coming to the church to buy a house from them. And then he is telling me, all you do when you sell houses, you bring a tithe out of it. And I'm saying, something, this is ludicrous. Why would you can't let me sell your house or buy a house for you, but you want me to give you my commission that I make from selling other people's house? And I said, that's it. I stopped giving. I'm still here. I stopped giving. Because he said, we don't care what he does with the money. All we have to do is to bring the money and give it to him. So, and then he buy houses and houses and houses and all this kind of thing. And then we are out there, have to be scraping. There are people coming to church, don't have a car, have to walk. And we got to go different places and pick people up on Sunday to bring them to church, while he have so much other so much other houses and cars that that he's using. And I said, this is foolishness. I'm not going to be doing that. It's it's your church, and if you don't want to pick them up or get bus to pick them up, that is your business. I'm not going to be putting myself out to do this thing when you don't want to let people sell your house or to make money from you. So everybody learned sense, and everybody stopped doing what they were doing, and money started going down, and people start leaving the church and go different places, and so he stopped making the money that he was making. You see. So he was to sell his house and move into a smaller place. His wife passed away, and so and then eventually he passed away. But you have these wicked people who sit down and say that there are pastors, and you are to listen to them because they have to usher you into God, and it's not utterly nonsense. Nonsense. Seek ye your own soul salvation. Nobody have to usher you anywhere to God. So what about those people who die, who just a Lord of mercy, and they die and wasn't going to church and they save? Oh, you know what I mean? Who's going to usher them in? And we sit down and let these people who said that they are pastors and a bishop and whatever it is, and we let them lie to us by telling us all kind of different thing when it is not so. It is not so at all. But then eventually, people do learn sense and get sense. And so, we learn. We learn. We learn from the things. So we don't have to let these people come up and tell you that this, that, and the devil knows what. And it doesn't happen that way. It really doesn't happen. You see. So there are people who still believe those things, and so because they believe those things, they feel like that's what happening, and they are to they're going to do those things, and those things gonna get them into heaven. Don't let anybody fool you. Don't let anybody tell you anything otherwise. It's only God. It's only God. You see, nobody can save you. People can pray with you or for you, but they can't get you into heaven. You can buy your way into heaven. You see. So when this man here, I saw him on a video, and when he touched this man, he spin around and he do this kind of Jimmy rigging thing and gyrating thing or whatever it is that he think he's doing, and the man fall down and he, you know what I mean, and then people go, oh yeah. Oh, please. We ought to have more sense more than that. I'm not saying that people can't touch you and you fall out, because I did it, and I, you know what I mean. But all them and turn and swinging around and going on, because spirituality or Christianity is not about a man or a woman. It's about God. The Bible said, you can have the silver, you can have the gold, but my glory I will not share with another. So when somebody going on like, you know what I mean, this Christianity is for them only, and the other person, you know what I mean. The Bible also said the first shall be the last, and the last shall be the first. A little baby that coming up can come up and pass you and be more spiritual and in God, in tune with God than you. So when people going on with all these gyrating thing and doing it out of self, it doesn't happen. It doesn't work, and that's not how God intended it to be. So people do crazy different things for in the name of God when it has nothing to do with God. And this man was one of them, and eventually he get what he has coming to him, because it is not about him. It's about God. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about God. This thing wasn't set up for us to stroke our ego. This thing wasn't set up for us to make millions of dollars and send our children to school and live in mansions and drive the Rolls Royce, and other people are out there dying and wanting somebody to even pray for them. I even stopped listening to them TV evangelists because it doesn't work. Because I heard them on the TV, and when they finished their service, not one of them call an altar call and bring anybody to God, apart from Oral Roberts and Billy Graham, who used to make altar call. Those two men was really out there seeking people for God, are trying to bring people to God. And that's what it's all about. Not about bring 10,000 line, 20,000 line, 10,000, 5,000 line. That's not how it is. It's not about money. From you go to a church and you hear people start talking about the money, bring, run for your life. Anytime you go to a church and you see they start making altar call and start bringing people to God and start telling people how good God is and what God can do and save their soul, that's the church you ought to be in, not the money grabbing church. The money grabbing church doesn't work, because eventually their skirt's gonna turn over their head and you're gonna really see the masquerade that's underneath the skirt. You're going to see. Because they're going to meet the bitter hand. The bitter hand. And this man was doing something that wasn't of God. And playing with evil spirit in with Christianity. And eventually, he get what coming to him. So if you want to sit out there and you want to continue serving or worshiping the dead body, good luck to you. Good luck with that. But anybody who wants to seek God, get on your knee and say, God, I've made a mistake. I was following a man instead of you. But I've wandered far away. But Lord God, now I want to come home to you. You don't have to go to a church and say that. Say it in your bedroom. Say it in your car. Say it while walking. He will save you. Sorry for your sin. And repent of it. You don't have to do all that in church. I am a woman of God, but you don't have to do all that in church. Nobody have to hear you. Whisper it to God. Whisper in your bathroom. Whisper in your field. Whisper on the road. Whisper in the grocery store. Whisper. The Bible said whisper a prayer. Just whisper to God. He can hear you. He even hear what's in your heart before you say it. Because he put the thought in you. So stop serving man and serve God. Kevin O. Smith is dead and gone in a car accident. And maybe bury already or will bury. Thank you again for watching Amdram TV. I'm out of here. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel so YouTube can recommend it. Thank you. Have a great afternoon.